नमस्कार, वणकम, वेलकम टू द वीगन वरांडा। आज स्पेशली जो भी वीडियो पे देख रहा है उनको पता चलेगा कि यार आज कुछ तो नया है। दो फेसेस के बदले आज तीन फेसेस दिख रहे, कोई तो नया बंदा दिख रहा है अपने को आज। तो बिफोर वी गेट इनटू इट, आई जस्ट आस्क अरविंद कि यार बता अपने साथ ये कौन नया भिड़ुआ है, बस अपने को पता चलना चाहिए कि कौन है करके क्या है।
हाँ, तो अभी मेरे को क्या लगा ना कि अपना पैंडेमिक वगैरह चालू है ना, तो पब्लिक थोड़ा स्ट्रेस में वगैरह आया रहेगा। और मतलब अगर क्योंकि ऐसा भी ट्रेंड्स देखा है कि मैंने बहुत पब्लिक पैंडेमिक के बाद वीगनिज्म को और थोड़ा सीरियसली ले रहा है। तो उसके लिए मैं क्या सोचा कि लेट्स एक्चुअली ब्रिंग समवन हु इज वेरी एजुकेटेड अबाउट मेंटल हेल्थ वगैरह, बिकॉज मेंटल हेल्थ इज अ वेरी बिग पार्ट ऑफ आर रीजन टू बिकम अ वीगन। तो इसके लिए मैं सोचा किसको लेके आने का। फिर मैं देखा कि ये इतना बड़ा आदमी है, ये इतना बड़ा आदमी है। फिर मेरे को एक बड़ा आदमी मालूम पड़ा जिसका एक कॉमन ट्रेड मेरे को मालूम है कि वो अपना वीडियो है, बाकी सब बड़ा लोग अपना वीडियो नहीं है। तो मैं अपना वीडियो को फोन किया और बोला बीडू, एक्चुअली मैं बीडू को टेक्स्ट किया, बीडू सामने से फोन किया और पूछा क्या हुआ बीडू। तो मैं बोला कि भाई ऐसा सब करने का है, तो अपन पॉडकास्ट बनाते हैं क्या। तो ही इज लाइक हाँ श्योर अपन बनाते हैं। तो द फर्स्ट टाइम आई मेट श्रीकांत एंड दैट्स आवर गेस्ट फॉर द डे इज दैट इट वाज अ वेरी यूफोरिक मोमेंट कि क्योंकि मैं परफॉर्मेंस पोएट्री कर रहा था एंड आई कंप्लीटली स्क्रूड इट अप। Yeah, I completely screwed up the first time. I recovered later. That's another story. But that was when I saw that this guy is actually talking about dairy वगैरह। तो मैं बोला ए भाई तो डेयरी वगैरह के बारे में बात कर रहा है। तो I sent him an email asking are you vegan? So he replied back yes, me and his colleague both are vegan, and that's why I was like, dude, can we be friends? So that's and one thing led to another, and now we talk on a very irregular basis, but we talk for a very long time whenever we talk. So I thought let's just put a mic to this discussion. So welcome to our show, Shrikant. How are you feeling today?
Thank you, Arvind. First of all, I also you refreshed a lot of memories for me. बहुत सारी ऐसी बातें हैं which we kind of skip, when we are going through our daily lives. But you introduced me in a large way to activism. I was a vegan, yes. I had chosen a lifestyle, yes. I had made a certain decision based on my ethics, yes. But after connecting with you, you told me, why are you keeping this to yourself? Why not reach out to people? Why not play a more active role as a vegan? So that's really amazing. Thank you for that, and thank you for to Gaurav as well, your entire team here, Vegan Veranda, to have me here. I'm very happy, thrilled to be here.
And we are happy to have you.
And thanks to the pandemic to give us this experience.
Yeah.
So this is entirely new news to me. Aputa, you used to do poetry and all. I'll catch you about this later. But let's get a little bit background into Shrikant, like you are vegan, of course. Yeah, you started doing activism and all. But उससे पहले मतलब क्या करता था? उसके अलावा मतलब like what else do you do or what else do you like to do on a daily basis? ऐसा थोड़ा बता दे.
So I have done an MA, first of all, in communications and journalism. So that was my introduction to what is happening in the world. I started with a media lens. So I started observing, all right, this is what happens in and around our world. These are the technologies we are all consuming, and that sent me down a line of questioning, a very philosophical journey, and which also led to a startup which I felt will be very helpful from a mental health perspective, since we are in the extremely consumeristic kind of setup today. We don't realize it because we are embedded in it. There are some films that are slowly scraping the surface of what we are really into. Black Mirror, The Social Dilemma, etc., etc. But we frankly don't realize how much technology has taken over our lives and how fast-paced our lives in this urban scenario is, and how it takes a toll on our mental health. So I basically started up a company called Rude Life, That's ROOH' space life. And basically it's a way to introduce yourself to your room, your spirit, your soul. And 4 years down that journey, I realized, wow, there's a tremendous amount of psychology that I can. So I went ahead and got myself a psychology degree, clinical psychology mein. That has added a lot of new dimension to my way of looking at things, looking at life, looking at people's reaction to certain incidences, and it's been a good journey overall, you know. So yeah, that's a short thing about what I have been up to.
So, Shrikant, what we wanted to know is that, you know, we are in such a situation that demands a lot of mental strength, right? So, what we want to know from you, as you have, you know, you've pursued this as a line of your career, right? So, we wanted to know how can we deal in this situation, because we have seen a lot of, you know, big suicides and, you know, all that stuff happening. So we need to know what actually we can do on a personal level on a social level, so that it benefits us as well as others, so that we can, you know, deal with this stress that comes with the pandemic and stuff like that.
See, first of all, in psychology, there's this amazing fact, if I may say so. If you try to control the outcomes, if you try to obsessively control, you know, हमको ऐसा ही जीना है, you know, ये होना ही चाहिए मेरे life में, you know, I have to avoid these circumstances under any circumstance, you know, you know, like I should not get contracted by this virus, for example,
yeah.
or you know, let's just all of us just stay indoors, you know, we will just not step out. And there are levels to this kind of controlling. Things that we can control, you know. There are levels to trying to control things. And that is somewhere fundamentally causes a lot of strife within us. We cannot control everything. The point is to not try to control all the time. So it's like do what you can and बाकी जाने दो ना. क्यों इतना, मतलब everywhere you want to try to go down with a thing and say no, this will not we'll not allow it to spread. I mean, really, are we humans really so damn intelligent? Can we stop this from spreading to 187 plus countries?
So basically, we should just work on what we can change and then just accept what we cannot. If that is the right essence to take from it.
Sure. I mean, there are some things that are within our control. They say it's called the locus of control. Like this platform where we are speaking, that's in our control, what we speak, what we share. But to be very honest, we try to go overboard and try to control certain outcomes. And there are serious ill consequences to that. Like for example, vector cleaning, vector killing, or what's that called? I've told you, right, Arvind, once we've spoken about this.
हाँ, अपन कुछ तो discuss कर रहा था वो time पे. I think you're talking about the mosquitoes.
No, not just mosquitoes. All kinds of animals when they are being bred in a certain area, and suddenly we human in our society, we realize, oh, there's a virus, probability of a virus over here. There's a mass killing of those animals. It's an effort to control. Okay, it may seem for a moment that wow, we've done a great job, we've controlled things, but the toll that it takes on us at a spiritual level, we cannot account for it. At an emotional level, we cannot account for it. So I think fundamentally we need to somewhere learn to accept. That is the goal. That is like the teaching of pandemic, right? At this moment, accept your what is coming back because of collective human action, right? That's the takeaway.
तो अभी अपन कुछ spirituality के बारे में discuss किया. तो can we just go into detail as to मतलब ये अपने को spiritual level पे कैसे affect करता है? because there are many people who are kind of skeptical, and some people who are kind of who don't believe in spirituality at all. There are some people who are purely logic driven, and there are some people who lack emotional intelligence and stuff like that. तो अपन इसको कैसा टैकल कर सकते हैं?
So to each his own, right? We say to each his own. In that sense, we say let everybody have a chance to live life and experience life the way they want it, right? That's the essential thought over there. But if we are going to run in a fear-driven, logic-driven society, which is going to like take certain illogical decisions, like going all into trying to stop a virus from spreading. I mean, that's not the direction where we should have put our efforts into.
Yeah.
We need to really, all of us, get together and ask some hard questions. Not this, let's just stop everything, let's just control everybody. Get to a hard discussion as to it's happening, it's been happening. एक बार पहले भी हुआ. How do we get to stop something like this from happening again and again? That's the question where we need to go to. And from a spiritual perspective, how it has affected us is we have gone away from the joy of living to the fear of dying. And if you look at our transition, we used to enjoy living life, and we were actually, as a collective, we were moving towards more inclusivity. We were moving towards more better days. We were moving towards more transparency, more democratic rights, more privilege, more openness. And suddenly now, the message is loud and clear. You can die any moment, and your physical ability is not prepared to deal with this. No matter who you are, where you are, what age you are, which part of the world you are just not going to live this. You're just not going to survive this. It's not possible. So that kind of doubt that has been planted inside is making us wait for death or try to avoid it. So at a spiritual level, what kind of a life are we living? It's worth asking. What kind of a life is it?